Hey everyone, welcome back to the Art of Doing It All YouTube channel. My name is Madison King. I just recently created this YouTube channel here because I wanted a place to share my entrepreneurial journey from now just starting out all the way to the great success that I hope to have in the future. And I wanted to create this channel to document my journey, but also to share all of the tips and tricks that I learned along the way, because I know that so many of us out there want to work for ourselves from home, whether it's through network marketing or being a social media influencer or starting your own business, whatever it is, I do a little bit of it all, and I want to share all of my tips and tricks that I learned along the way. So if you guys are on your own entrepreneurial journey, or videos like this just motivate you and you really like watching them, make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am really hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers within the next couple of months, so I'd really appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button as well as turn on your post notifications. So in one of my recent videos, I shared that in 2020, I really wanted to step up my game on YouTube. And one of the ways that I'm going to do that is by buying new YouTube equipment, upgrading things here and there. But I also shared that I, like a lot of us out there, am not really in a financial position to just go to Best Buy and drop a few $1,000s one day on YouTube equipment. So I am going to be gradually over the course of the year be hopefully upgrading my camera, upgrading some of the equipment I have, maybe buying a microphone, maybe even a new laptop, just depending on what the year brings. But over the course of the year, I do want to upgrade some of my equipment because I feel like the equipment that I have right now for filming for my 2 YouTube channels is pretty basic. So before I went ahead and got some upgraded equipment, I thought that it would be great to do a video for you guys on the equipment that I currently have. Because like I said, the things that I have now are pretty basic, they're pretty inexpensive, and I think that they're all great for beginners. I have been on YouTube for so long, and this is the equipment that I have right now, so I feel like it's good equipment. I don't think my videos are bad quality or anything like that, or else I wouldn't be sharing these items with you guys. But I do think that we could always use room for improvement, so that is why I'm kind of considering upgrading my equipment. But the equipment that I have now, like I said, is basic, it is essential, it is inexpensive compared to most equipment, and it's great for beginners. So I wanted to share what I have now, so if anyone out there is looking for some inexpensive and essential YouTube equipment, you can find it here, and I will give you guys a little review on everything that I have and share it with you guys. I will also be linking everything down below on my Amazon store, so if you guys do want to purchase one of these items and use my links, I would really appreciate that. So let's start off with my camera. This is the camera I am filming on right now. It's actually the only camera that I currently have and am using for my 2 channels. So this camera is the Sony a5100 camera. I really love this camera, and I think that it's been a great first camera for me. I actually got this camera about 2 years ago, and prior to that I was actually just using my iPhone to film videos for a extremely long time in my YouTube career. But like I said in my starting a YouTube channel in 2020 video, I do think that if you have some money to invest in YouTube equipment, it's very helpful, just because YouTube is such a competitive space these days. So I do recommend, if you can afford it, to get a camera. The camera I have, like I said, the Sony a5100, is a decently inexpensive camera compared to what some YouTubers use. I've seen some YouTubers using cameras that cost like $2,000, which is fine, and obviously if you have the money to buy a $2,000 camera, that's great for you, and you should definitely go ahead and do that, because I'm sure your videos will be fantastic quality. I actually got my camera as a Christmas present, and I've looked up the price online, and it was about $550 for this camera, or it is at this time. The great thing that I love about buying a camera on Amazon is that a lot of Amazon sellers now sell cameras that include a creator kit, a lot of them call it. So basically the creator kit will add maybe $20, $30, even $50 onto the price of your camera, but it comes with a bunch of little goodies that you may need with your camera. So it will come with things like a camera bag, it will come with a camera strap, it will come with a lens cover, a lens cleaner, it will come with a memory card, it will come with a memory card reader. So a bunch of different things like that. So if you guys are going to purchase a camera from Amazon, I would definitely check before just buying a camera alone if you can find a creator kit for the camera that you're wanting and spend an extra 20, 30, 50 bucks and get all of these goodies along with it. That is super duper helpful. One of the most popular cameras right now is the Canon G7X. I believe the newest version is called the Canon G7X Mark III. That's a really popular camera, and the Sony a5100 actually shoots about the same as the original Canon G7X, which I'm sure a lot of YouTubers still have and use. So it's a tiny bit less expensive, and I really enjoy the quality of this camera. I think it's a great camera, and I really like it, especially for vlogging. Like I said, in the future, I would love to upgrade my camera because this one is getting a little bit old. It's not as new of a model, and things are always updating on the internet. But I do think that this camera is great, and especially if you're just starting a YouTube channel, this is going to be very good quality for you. So I would definitely recommend this camera. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is a ring light. I think a ring light is really essential, especially if you're someone like me who maybe lives in an apartment or in an area where the weather is not always great, or just somewhere where you don't really feel like your filming space can be in front of natural lighting. I personally prefer to film in natural lighting. I think natural lighting is beautiful and it always looks the best for camera quality, picture quality, anything you do. I think that natural lighting is always the best way to go. But unfortunately for me, I do live in an apartment right now, and there's not a lot of natural light in this apartment. And the areas where there is natural light, the backdrop is not really great for my videos. So for example, right now I am filming in front of my ring light. I have natural lighting over this way. You guys can kind of see it reflecting on my arm, and then I have natural light over on this way. So if I was to film in front of either of the windows that I have in my bedroom, I would be sitting like in front of my bathroom or in front of my hallway. So it just doesn't really work out that well. I would rather kind of sit here. I'm sitting in front of my vanity right now, so most of the background is just like a blank wall. But if you have somewhere where you have a lot of natural lighting, I honestly really don't even think you need a ring light. But ring lights are great for those of us who maybe don't always have natural light. If you prefer to film videos at nighttime, or if that's the only time you have to film videos, you definitely want to get a ring light, and you don't have to spend so much money on a ring light. So the ring light I have is from the brand Neewer, Neewer, and this ring light is about $130. So that is the cost of my ring light. It's not the most expensive one ever, but it is pretty good quality. It has great reviews. It has 5 stars out of 57 reviews, and I definitely think that it's a great ring light for the price. I've seen some ring lights that are like $500, and I just really don't think that's necessary, especially if you're just starting out. So I would definitely recommend the Neewer ring light. So the next thing that I recommend is definitely to grab a couple of tripods. Tripods, even higher quality tripods, are normally not super expensive. So I do recommend that you get a couple if you can. I have 3 different tripods that I use. One of mine is actually currently broken, or not really broken. I lost a part to it, so I can't attach my camera to it properly, so I'm actually about to order a new one, which is another great thing about grabbing an inexpensive tripod, is if it breaks or something happens to it, it's not the end of the world. So the first tripod that I have is one that's actually from Amazon Basics. This is about a $20 tripod, and it's one that goes really, really tall. So this one can go up to 60 inches tall, and I definitely recommend that you guys get a tripod that can go pretty tall, because depending on how you want to film your videos, where you're going to be sitting and things like that, you probably are going to need a taller tripod. So I definitely recommend getting a nice tall tripod, and the Amazon Basics one is the one I have, and I really enjoy it, and I think the price is really reasonable. So I also have 2 tripods from the brand Joby. I think that this brand is more popular and more high quality. So the first tripod I have from Joby is just their like basic Gorilla Pod, it's called. A lot of people have this tripod. I don't have the newest version of it, and I actually actually couldn't find the exact version that I have on Amazon, but I did find very similar model. I believe it's just a newer model. So this one that I'm actually using right now for my camera is called the GorillaPod. It is about $50. It is a more pricey tripod, but I really personally think it's worth the money. It has flexible legs, so you can kind of put it around anything that you really want, and it will hold your camera in place, which is something I really love about it. It's also a bit of a heavier and more sturdy tripod, and it just feels really nice quality. So I absolutely love this tripod, and I think personally that if you can only buy one tripod, this should be the one that you buy. So the next tripod that I have is also a Joby GorillaPod, but it is the 325 model, which is a mini version. So this is a mini little tripod that I wish I had it. I think it's in my purse. It's about this tall. It's very small. It's flexible just like the GorillaPod, but it's a lot more lightweight. And what I use this tripod for is vlogging in public because it's so small. It's great if you just attach it to your camera, if you're a girl out there, or if you use a purse or a bag of some sort. You can definitely just stick it in your purse or your bag. You don't have to worry about having a ton of space to fit the camera. It's really great, and it helps to stabilize the camera a ton. I used to not use a tripod if I was vlogging in public because I didn't want to be carrying around a big bulky tripod, but I found that my videos were super shaky, so I really love this little mini tripod. This is going to cost you about $15, but if you are going to be vlogging, it's really, really worth the money. So that is actually about all that I wanted to talk about. A camera, a tripod, and a ring light I think are really basic and essential equipment for starting a YouTube channel, or camera equipment for beginners for starting a YouTube channel. I really think that those are great pieces to have, and they're things that you definitely need and you don't have to spend a ton of money on. So those are the things that I would recommend. Also, you're gonna need some basic things like a memory card reader, you know, a computer. If you guys are wondering, I do currently use iMovie. That's another thing that I'm considering upgrading over the year, is learning to edit on Final Cut Pro and upgrading my editing software. I will definitely update you guys as the year goes on the equipment and things that I'm using. Maybe if at some point I do go out and buy a bunch of new equipment, I could do like a YouTube equipment haul or something like that. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to you guys. Like I said, I will link everything down below so you guys can easily access that and use those links if you would like to. I would really love if you did use my links if you're going to purchase any of these items. If you guys do decide to support me in that way, I just want to give you guys a big thank you in advance. I also have a family vlogging motherhood channel that you guys can head over to and check out if you'd like to. I'll have a new video over on there tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what equipment that you guys use for your YouTube channel if you already have one. And I hope to talk to you all in my next video. Bye!